Okay, today I am not here to criticize the DP plan. I am not here to give you a complete GAN because it is not possible to give a GAN bazi in 3 hours or 2 hours. I am here just to give some overview of the DP plan and some development control regulations pertaining to different redevelopment schemes. And we are working predominantly on the redevelopment projects. So my concern would be definitely to address the redevelopment issues, because 99% of the new development which would be coming in Mumbai will be through redevelopment, which will be addressed by Prabhu sir as one of the strong supporter of redevelopment in the proper manner. Okay. So Mumbai DCR 2034. First of all, if you have seen this big book, a thick book, around 580 pages, okay, this gives you the complete commentary on the basis of the suggestions, objections, survey, the radar view, and all, I would say, the standards, international standards and Indian standards, which set for socio-economic pattern, which are basically demanding on our DC plan. So hats off to them, the complete committee. They have done the fantastic job of going through variety of socio-economic survey, and they have come with some solution. Now no DP plan or no solution can appease or keep satisfied each and every person from various sectors. So definitely some teething problems and hiccups are there. I am giving you main overview of what are the FSIs, what are the open spaces, norms, everything. I am not going much in detail. So if we see the FSI calculation, now the FSI calculation, which the earlier pattern was something different, that in city it was 1.33, in suburb it was 1, and then there were different redevelopment schemes where the FSI ranged from 3 to 4. Okay. So if you see the DP plan, complete Mumbai is divided into different zones. Okay. The zones are divided keeping in mind about the location of that particular zone, whether it is adjoining your railway station, adjoining your metro station, adjoining your recreation zone, or different aspects by which these zones are made. These zones are also made keeping in mind whether it is recreation ground rich or educational facility rich or medical facility rich. Taking that point of view account, they have made figure. So keeping all those aspects, the zoning of FSI has been already done into this. Now once the zones are being finalized, the FSI is given according to zone. Whatever earlier was given like 1.33 in city and 1 in suburb, now the concept is not like that. There are different zones having FSI. You could see ranging from 0.15 to 3.5, 5, 6.5 and 8. Now there could be zone having 6.5 FSI in Mumbai city, Island city, and there could be one zone could be there in Mumbai suburb. Okay, could be there at Bulon or Andheri. There you could see the zone of 6.5 to 8. So the discrimination of higher FSI into city and lower into suburb has been closed. Now whatever FSI which we are getting it is not the blanket FSI. Earlier what we used to get, that 1.33 FSI or 1 FSI, or for 33.7 it was existing plus 50% or 3 FSI. They were blanket FSIs. Now this is not the blanket FSI. For every category, it is divided into 3 different categories. Now which are those categories? Now if I see something, if the category falls into a zone having 3.5 FSI, then its basic FSI, which is called as a base FSI, is 2. Now this 2 FSI is completely free of cost. Okay. Then the second category is 0.5 of FSI by payment of premium, that is A, premium A FSI. Okay. So it works to, if it is 3.5, 2 plus 0.5. And now this 0.5 FSI is not free. only your base FSI is free, and the second premium A category FSI is chargeable. Now that FSI is chargeable at 70% of ready reckoner zone of that particular area. Okay. The next is FSI by utilization of TDR. Now by present rules, if you develop any building in suburb, it is like 1:1 FSI. One is the FSI which is your base FSI, which is free of cost, and another is TDR, and that TDR we need to purchase. 1/3 FSI is to be purchased from municipal corporation at a concession price, and the balance 2/3 we need to purchase from open market. Okay. Now that concept has gone. That TDR will be purchased only and only from open market. So whoever developer or owner of land having that DRC, that is certificate, will sell that TDR into open market as per market price. Now at what price he can sell, there is no limitation or slab at what price he should sell. It will be governed basically by the rate of premium A and rate of premium B where it is originated. Okay. The next category is FSI by payment of premium B. Now if you see the FSI zone of 3.5, 2 is the base, 0.5 is the premium A at 70% ready reckoner, then TDR which is at a market price, and then 0.5, that is the last slab, which is FSI by payment of premium B. Now that FSI at a premium B means it is chargeable at 100% of ready reckoner rate. Okay, and premium A and premium B, both the amount goes to BMC. BMC will give you that FSI, and the TDR, that money will go to open market. Now this is generally FSI calculation is there. Now there are 6.5 zone, the zone having 8 FSI, where the base is 2.5, and 2.5 you can purchase from BMC at a premium A, that is 70%. Again 0.5 TDR and 2.5 has the premium B, it is at 100% of ready reckoner rate. Next. Now you can see the explanation of our FSI calculation. Now the permissible FSI is the maximum that can be attained subject to compliance of provisions of these regulations. Permissible FSI is not an entitlement of landowner. Landowners will not therefore be able to claim any compensation, monetary or by way of TDR, if they are unable to attend permissible FSI for any reason whatsoever. Okay, so whatever FSI you are falling into, if it is a zone say 6.5 or a 5 or 8, and if you can't consume that, you are not allowed or you are not entitled to have that balance FSI which could be sold in open market. Okay. Okay. So whatever FSI is allotted to a zone, that is not the entitlement. Means if you are into zone of 6.5 and for some reason you are not able to consume the FSI up to 6.5 and some FSI is balanced, you can't sell that balance FSI in form of TDR. That is not your entitlement right. So, the premium A FSI mentioned in the table number 13 above shall be used prior to utilization of TDR, and premium B FSI shall be used after utilization of TDR. Means they have given these steps. The first steps which you need to utilize means you need to purchase the FSI first as premium A from BMC. Once you completely purchase that FSI, then you are entitled to purchase FSI in form of TDR from open market, and then only you are entitled to purchase a premium B FSI. It is not such that BMC is pressurizing you that complete FSI you need to purchase from us and purchase a TDR at a later stage. No, it is clearly defined: premium A, TDR and premium B. Okay. Now FSI and road width correlation. Now it is not the blanket permission of FSI. Means if you are into zone, particular zone, having FSI of 5 or having FSI of 6.5 or 8, that doesn't mean your building will get that FSI. Okay, understand that. That permissible FSI is also correlated with the minimum width of your road frontage means the road width which you are abutting, your plot is abutting, is also a governing factor that what FSI you are going to get and how much height you are going to get. Okay. For example, the low-rise building, the permissible FSI is 3.5. The height, earlier it was 24 meters, which is now enhanced up to 30 meters, and minimum width of the road required is 6.1. Okay. So if you don't have road width of 6.1, you can't consume a height of the building up to 30 meters, and maybe in the relation you may not be able to consume FSI of 3.5. The same thing if you go for a high-rise building 2, okay, the category where the FSI is 5 could be consumed. Minimum road width has to be 13.4 meter. Okay, if you have 13.4 meter width, then you can get to consume the FSI of 5, and building could be designed within the height range of 70 meters up to 120 meters. Now if you are falling into road width, abutting road width of 13.4, you are not entitled to go for a building above 120 meters.
So when we say road width has to be 13.4,
yeah.
Is it in front of our building
in
or?
Front of our building. There is one
abutting road. Abutting road.
Yeah, there is one provision in the next slide.
See what happens, suppose SV road, one of the road is very small.
Yes. Yeah.
But MG road. So one side of
it is addressed. It is addressed.
It is addressed.
Your concern is addressed. Okay. So understand that if my building falls into a zone of 6.5 FSI, that doesn't mean that I am entitled to utilize that. There are 2-3 different riders where I should be, credible and capable of handling that. Then only I can consume the complete FSI. Next. For FSI of 5 and above, the plot shall either abut the road width, minimum road width as given in table 4. Now just go in table 4 again, back. Now for high rise to 5 permissible FSI, building height between 70 and 120, the minimum road width is 13.4. Okay. So for FSI of 5 and above, the plot shall either abut the road with minimum road width as given in table number 4 above, or such wider road shall be accessible within a distance of 250 meters. Okay. Now I am on a smaller road, which could be 12 meters or 11 meters or 9 meters. But that required width of the road, if it is within 250 meters, I am eligible for it. So some concession they have given if your building is near to main road. Okay. Now I stay at Dadar. My building is abutting to around maybe 12 to 13 meter wide road. And if I have to go high rise building, then I should fall within 250 meters of length from Veer Savarkar Marg or Gokhale Road, which are bigger than 13.4 whatever category width. Okay, within 250 meters. Further,
previously we used to take a right of way.
Yeah, there is also given for right of way and all. It is given in that. I have not covered in my complete presentation. It is too much detail. But if you see the next chapter is access of road, where again it is very well specified that which right of way can get the benefit for higher buildings. Okay. Then it is written the roads of a lesser width as provided in the sanctioned town planning schemes. Now which are town planning schemes? There are layout approvals, MIME TPS scheme, and many TPS schemes are there. Wilmore Road, JVPD town planning schemes, and improvement trust schemes. Those are BIT Chawls in Bombay Central, and those then BDD Chawls at Worli. Schemes shall be considered adequate for low-rise building subject to NOC from Chief Officer. Means there are few roads which are even smaller than 9 meters into those old type either town planning schemes designed by Improvement Trust, that is Bombay Improvement Trust in British era, or some town planning schemes approved layouts with the smaller roads of 6 meter or 8 meter. If they fall into these categories, the building up to 30 meter height would be permitted for those smaller road widths. Okay. Next. Now, FSI I have covered. The next chapter is open spaces. Now open spaces, they have made it now a very simple thing. Few rules they have made it as simple where I can explain. Earlier we used to use the SLR camera, okay, manual camera, where I need to set aperture opening, shutter speed, then ISO sensitivity, then contrast in color. There are so many things which I need to arrange to get the best picture. Later on what happened? The automatic cameras have come. Now the automatic cameras with a great sensitivity, zoom and everything is there. So any small or young kid can utilize that camera and click a nice picture. Now few rules they have done in a new DP plan, like transfer from manual camera to automatic camera. It has become very simple. Now what they have done, they have given a setback table. Building height, if I am going up to 15 meters building height, my front open space, minimum front open space should be 1.5. The side open spaces, the right and left hand side, they are specifying side 1 and side 2 and rear. 4.5, 3, 3. Simple table given. If my building is up to 30 meters, low rise building, 3 meter front, side open space is 4.5, 4.5 and rear is 4.5. Now if you go above, say if your building is up to 120 meters, the front open space is 9, the side open space 9, another side 9 and the rear side. All side open spaces 9. Okay, but they have given you a concession. What concession? Instead of setback, you can get a step back. Means we used to do in many design of the building, like I can take the setbacks to the building design. Okay, my building line is here. At particular level, I take a building line inside. Okay, so the horizontal distance measured from a building wall to my plot boundary becomes more. That step back they have given, and then minimum step back from road, the table is given, and a nice section and a view is given in the next slide. And just give you just a simple thing. If the building is falling between 15 meters and 13 meters high, okay, simple building up to say 9-10 storied, the front setback would be 1.5 meters, okay, instead of 3 meters it could be 1.5 meters, and then balance 1.5 where it is written 3 meters, so that balance setback would be utilized as step back to a building at 15 meters. Okay, so till 15 meter your building will go straight, and then after 15 meter you can take a step back and then put the open spaces as 1.5 and 1.5. The next slide we can see in the
What is the
detail.
advantage of this?
See, the advantage means you get maximum open spaces on the balance sides, because if they ask you the complete open spaces, then the floor plate what we get is not possible. The buildings cannot be designed. Okay, so they are giving some concession, like one side open space could be there to move for the fire engine, and other side open space could be smaller with a step up at upper levels. I can show you.
I got the idea.
There are next slides.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Now minimum setbacks, as I explained, for the front setbacks, these are the side setbacks. In the next slide we can understand in more three-dimensional view. Okay. Now these views are given into a DP book, okay, DP regulation, and they have properly explained. So simple, the style of explaining the rule. Now here you can understand maximum building envelope for building with a height up to 30 meters. As I explained, this is the front setback required 3 meters, but you have a facility of having 1.5 meter front setback and 1.5 meter as step back. So the building could be reduced at upper level at 15 meters. Here it could be seen. Now the same front setback utilized even at a side setback. Whereas the side open space was required at 4.5 meter, where minimum is kept 3 meters and 1.5 meter is taken as a step back. Here you can see this is the front setback, okay, 1.5 meter, 1.5 meter is a step back, side open space 3 meters and 1.5 meter step back. So these concessions they have given in open spaces. Earlier, if you remember, there were open spaces rule, but for deficiency we used to go to Honorable Commissioner and get concession in open space. Open space deficiency it is called. So they have already approved it and made it simple. Like these deficiencies could be read in the following manner. So file should not go to Commissioner, and maybe his time could be properly saved in different planning perspective. Okay, next. Setbacks in the building line with the height up to 70 meters. We saw the earlier slide which was up to 30 meters. Now this is 30 to 70 meters. Here again you could see 1.5 minimum, again 1.5 which was step back at a 15 meters, and then 3 meter which was at 30 meters. Okay, so there are stages at ground level, then 15 meters, and then at 30 meters. The same thing from side open spaces. 3 meter is the minimum one, 1.5 meter step back at 15 meters, and 3 meter step back at 30 meters. And I'll come to this whether it is advantageous or disadvantageous later on at a proper time. Next. For building between 70 and 120 meters, again it is properly shown, where it was written that 9, 9 and 9, all 3 sides 9 meters and the front side also 9 meters. But with help of this, you can have some flexibility of open space deficiency with the design of your building. Now this is not compulsory that you need to give setback and step backs only in this fashion. If you want to give only at the front open space, you are free to do so. If you want to give on one side and not the front open space, it all depends on your floor plate.
Maximum 2 sides you can have setback.
Maximum 2 sides you can have setback, and maximum 2 sides you can maintain the open space as properly specified. Okay, next. Development control regulation of saced building.